very close.
Just saw him at the last moment, opened up the wheel. Okay, Hearne now under pressure from McPherson. There's that telltale smoke coming out of Hearne's car again. It's starting to breathe a bit. So obviously haven't fixed that engine issue. Starting to pump a bit of oil out. I reckon he'll be headed for the pits soon.
Lick of flame from his Gulf Western Oils cars. He plays it down the middle. Scott Taylor sitting back and seeing what plays out here. Race one of the Aussie Tin Tops today. Back in car with the teenager from Lismore. Missed out on getting his dream debut at the 1000, but back at home in the TA2 car. Part of this 30-plus field of cars.
He's doing a nice job to hold these guys off, and you can see how hard he's working under brakes. Throws the block, says, go the long way round, mate, if you want to have a crack. Fires it in, and he knows he gets onto the straight in front of these boys. He should be clear to the next corner.
It's really great how it showed that car squirming under brakes, the Hearne car into turn number 1.
Yeah, he's maximising everything he's got. Again, he'll mid-track it here. Just letting McPherson know if he wants to go around, you can take the long way. This will bring Scotty Taylor back into play here now.
So 2 Porsches chasing the TA2 car through Penrite Pass and climbing towards tyre power cutting. Well, Brad Schumacher is out to 3.5 seconds at the front. Padianchi runs in second. Taplin has left Seton in his wake some 6 seconds. Back to him in 4th. You're riding in car with a man rated in 7th position. Scotty Taylor all the way from the Gold Coast.
Look at Hearne across the top here, mate. He's gapped these guys. He's wheeling that
really
thing,
good.
Isn't he?
Great to watch.
And he's basically in a bit of a controlled slide right across the top of the mountain here. It would be great to be up on the top of the hill watching that.
Puff of smoke. I think that was from Hearne coming down the hill through the S's into the Cooper's Dipper. The world just drops away here and continues to plunge down into Forest Elbow. But can that car of Hearne hold on? It's going to be frustrating when you find a drama at the start of the weekend. You just can't get on top of it.
It's obviously wounded a little bit, that engine, and just pressurising the sump, pumping out a bit of oil. That's Schumacher out in front. It's an Audi GT3 car.
Just pumping out fastest laps, isn't he?
Yeah, down into the 9s.
Sebastian Padianchi, a distant second at the moment. He was quick in the initial practice session here on Thursday morning. The Hyundai Forklifts entry. Scatella's car still on the left-hand side, so a shame for the 777 car not even making it around for a full lap.
Just see Taplin in the background here. Oh, he's had a look. Hangs on around the outside. He's going the full block now, mate. This brings Scott Taylor into it. Scotty will get a good run here up the mountain if he just stays out wide. Goes around the outside and says thanks very much.
Person was
good job.
Trying to get the 29, and all of a sudden the 222 Porsche rounds him up, and now it's his turn to have a battle with the teenager. They crest the hill on Mountain Straight.
Yeah, Scotty leaves it back to the other side of the road, try and open up the corner. Just let him have the line. And again, Hearne just buries the right foot and slides the TA2 car off the corner. Spectacular to watch.
He's doing a mega job, Nathan Hearne, considering the next TA2 car is Fisher back in 11th, Hugh McAllister back in 14th, and Chris Formosa looks like he's dropping down the order on our screens here. We're seeing Formosa in the Super Ute Series to the Dukes of Hazzard livery car this weekend on the great characters of the paddock. Here's Hearne, once again, stretching the legs, disappearing.
Yeah, mega across the top there. That's just commitment. More smoke. Maybe just trying to hang on here. Try and keep enough oil in that thing and get to the end.
So it wasn't a lock-up on the previous lap. That's the smoke breathing out of the front. There is this progressively getting worse for the 29 coming down the hill. Can he hold on with 6.5 minutes to go?
It'll be the hard thing. The big thing to be worried about is getting black flag. So as long as he doesn't drop any oil on the track, I think he'll be right. They should let him keep going.
Taplin and Seton are about to set their fastest lap of the race, but concede for 3rd and 4th position. At this stage, Seton is the leader in the sports sedan class 1. There's 3 classes within that, depending on the power of your car. Down towards Murray's once again. Still 6 minutes of racing, and that's going to feel like an eternity for the Gulf Western Oils car here.
Yeah, I think he'll hang on. Seems to be okay. Scotty now getting the hang of his braking markers, starting to range back up on him. Hearne just covered him off, making sure Scott doesn't have a look.
One of the many cars in the Scott Taylor collection up there on the Gold Coast, from Mercedes-Benz to Aussie racing cars. He's got a couple of historical supercars in the workshop as well.
Well, he's got a bit of a run here. See if he can get a bit of side draft. Should start pulling the TA2 car. Gets sucked backwards. As they get a bit of side draft, he should whiz right round the outside of him. Great job, Scott Taylor. Played himself in nicely. Continuing to find speed out of the Porsche.
It was all about the run, wasn't it, coming out of turn number 1, Hell Corner.
Yeah, and that TA2 car now will be just starting to feel the effects of putting all that power into those rear tyres. Not quite getting the run off the corner. See how it's sliding there now?
Yeah. That's second just ahead, so only 2.5 seconds. He's falling back to these 2 guys. And Hearne, here he is again, racing across the top. Is that surprising, considering the Porsche would have more aero across the top?
It does, but it's just the commitment from the young guy, you know. A good young one will beat a good old one any day.
They're braver, right?
They're brave.
Oh, there it is again, from the right side of the car. In car now.
He's done well to stay with him across the top. Scott Taylor, his next target will be the sports sedan in front.
He's right on the back of Earl Seton. Remember, he cleared these guys and disappeared, but he's suddenly falling back.
Yeah, look at the thing stretch its legs down the straight, so it pulls out. This is bringing McPherson back into this too. Let's see how committed he is.
And just behind is Duggan as McPherson.
He should clear him here if he stays committed. No, doesn't want to chance it. And here comes the Aston Martin sports sedan as well. So we're going to get a good battle here, Hot Dog. Bombs it in there. Nathan will give him the room. He goes, okay, I'm a shot duck. I'm starting to run out of tyres. You guys get on with it.
Yeah. It's a shame, but he held him back for many, many laps.
He did an incredible job.
Okay. The Aston Martin. So clearly he's going to try and nurse this car home for the remaining 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, he's got a pretty good lead in his class. Nice gap, so now just manage that gap and get the car home. Let's see what Scotty Taylor can do.